Greetings and salutations, my friends! I have been freed from the shackles that we call school, so now I have a lot of time to myself. And do I want to spend that with family or friends or going to the gym or going to work? I have other plans. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to today's episode of I Really Can't Afford a Dress Pattern. Today we'll be addressing the issue of what to wear at my school's class night next semester. What is class night? Well, I hope you're taking some notes, my friend, because there's a quiz at the end of the video. Class night is basically prom, but without the dancing, because my school banned dancing because I live in the universe of Footloose. Don't ask me why. I'm not an executive. This event makes everyone dress all super nice and they take pictures and they crown king and queen of prom and everything. But that's not the important part. The important part and what's fun is that you get to go outside and you get to watch a movie or go out with your friends or go roller skating or whatever. But you're dressed fancy, so it's like prom, but it's not. I made my dress for last year and we got to go see the Sonic movie. It was wonderful. So I decided to change things up a little bit and make another dress. I don't know why, I just want to throw up. I'm kind of a hoarder when it comes to fabrics, so this year's dress I decided to use the fabric that I already have. The combination of my chronic anime watching disability with my brother's NASCAR curtains, I decided I wanted to put those together and make something new out of it, you know? Tanjiro Kamado is one of my favorite anime protagonists, and I love his design. It is so iconic. Look at that. I just wanted to grab that and just like shove it in a dress and just look amazing and show you guys what I was doing. And if you haven't seen One Piece, I mean Demon Slayer, it is a delightful and brilliantly animated show. I'm still in the process of finishing season 1, so you better not put spoilers in the comments. I'm watching you. We are taking things old school style, where I'm just gonna film myself figuring things out as I go, and you watch tied to that chair. So come along, everyone. We got a time limit. Let's go. As with every crazy crackhead tutorial on this channel, we actually need a plan. I'm sorry, I'm not that spontaneous. I'm just kidding. Yes, I am. But we need a pattern, so here we go. All we got is a sketch, so we're going to go ahead and transform that into something physical by breaking down each piece into basic shapes. My vision is basically a kimono or robe or whatever it's called. It's the little jacket thing Tanjiro wears like literally every single day without washing it, probably. Nah, he probably does. I personally wouldn't want to have cute little bloodstains clashing with the iconic deal. So when it comes to the dress, I kind of want to make it look like it's opening up to the black underneath without it being an actual jacket. And also, I don't have enough money to buy black fabric to make a whole new dress underneath the dress. That's too many layers. This is Texas we're talking about. I'm gonna sweat in this. The robe look we are going for requires a dip in the bust area, so we're gonna have to do a bralette risque kind of type of deal. That includes the triangle-like shapes for the initial bust and waist that will wrap around the torso. Next we got the skirt. This is in no particular order, I just do whatever I want, which is an adorable little wavy design that runs down the full length at the bottom. Keep this in mind because figuring out that hem is gonna raise hell later on. The sleeves will be different and fun. They're gonna flare out and make this beautiful butterfly-like shape. I was kinda inspired by the scary butterfly lady. I swear, every time she's on screen, I'm on edge. There will be 2 more skirts to deal with on top of the hell skirt, both half circles, one shorter than the other. They cost an extra 2 hours of work, but it's so worth it, bro. Anything is worth it. I would do anything for this design. Oh, straps! Oh, I forgot. The straps look super thin here, but they'll be way thicker later on so they can support my back and other areas that are not important to mention. They're also going to hold up the sleeve, so that's also important. I've been sick for 3 days, so if anyone's trying to stop me, it's God. So I got a bunch of spare fabric from friends from college. Thank you. So instead of actually using the fabric that I have in storage, I'm using even more fabric, so we'll have more fabric left over. Did I create more problems for myself? Yes, I did. But that's okay, because this is a lot of fabric to work with, and today is all about prototypes. And you know, I love prototypes more than anything. We are starting out in Sketchtown, USA, with the outlining of one of my favorite bras. Throughout this entire tutorial, I am trying so hard to use my new rotary cutter, but the cardboard is too soft and it just cuts through like 17.3% of it. I'm not freaking out because of that though. I'm freaking out because I forgot to add seam allowance. Excellent job, C. You'll be a beginner someday. Working with a crap ton of garbage fabric is always so fun since I have to continuously strangle the life out of these poor bed sheets in order to properly cut out pieces. Here comes the waist, doo-doo-doo-doo. Okay, that doesn't work. Following the bottom curves of the bust, I created a waist that extended down 4 inches. It's clearly not enough, but I do not care. I will care in a minute though. I tried my best to get every little detail as symmetrical as possible, which is hilarious, because I'm about to start everything over. Keep in mind though that this technique is strikingly similar to what I do for the final prototype. Also, sewing this bust and waist together is my least favorite thing ever. Like, the folds. They're so clingy. Ew. Here's a quick spaghetti strap tutorial while I'm in the zone. Cut a 4-inch strip of fabric that measures from the tip of the bust to the top of the back waist part thing. Label the 1/2 and 1/4 points of the strap and press the edges towards the middle. Press the strap in half and sew the fold close. Boom, lightning tutorial. So glad I wasted all this time to make something that doesn't support the girls. That's right, we're starting over. Yeah! I didn't film the rest of the prototype because I wanted to spend quality time with my sewing machine. And also focus on not messing up again. Here's a brief summary of how that went. For the bust, I caved and I followed a bralette tutorial on YouTube using the same bra from earlier. All the pieces combined to make the desired triangle shape, so whatever, let's move on. For the waist, the new pieces allowed for a more flat seam for the waist piece. Nothing much has changed. It's boring. It's a square. What do you want from me? The straps were only thickened, just as I said, same position. Lower back is just a continuation of the waist piece, but separated, and the upper back was just thrown on at the last minute to better hold up the straps, and it covers my bra line. Sleeves are super easy and fun, because they're just literal squares. They're squares. Square sleeves. There's really no extra explanation for the skirts. They're just simple half circles with the top skirt having a wave carved into it. You'll see later. So I made the dress already. I didn't actually make the dress. Don't worry. This is just bed sheets. This is a draft. So I know how it fits on me. I'm not gonna make something and use all the fabric. And you understand. I didn't want to waste the fabric that I'm trying to recycle.
Boo! You stink!
But now we're here. We're in a place that we are happy with. So from this point on, we have to tear apart the dress, even though I worked so hard on it, and get the pattern pieces, and then we can go to the brand new Joann's that opened up near my house, and I'm excited because I love Joann's and Hobby Lobby sucks. I looked at Hobby Lobby's stuff. I'm sorry. I'm procrastinating because I really don't want to take this apart. Oh well. As I prepare the coffin for my beautiful child, I began marking the edge of every seam on the prototype. The red marker represents the edge where you'll be adding proper seam allowance later on. The green marker, however, is there so I can make the little triangle thingies you see on patterns all the time. It's an excellent way of telling which part of the piece goes where. And thus begins the butchering. Viewer discretion is advised. Oh God! No, no, no! Why? My child! My poor child! Have mercy! Is it over? Can I look? Oh yeah, now we're gonna transfer the pieces onto wrapping paper. Not before trimming them down to the red line though. Merry Christmas, everyone! I'm sure this video will be out before the holiday season is over. To transfer, trace the shapes using a pencil or whatever and triangle all the places where the green marker is. The 2 parallel lines are there to make sure the bias is properly aligned, but it's literally never going to be used ever again. The arrows point to the dart in the middle of the bust because I literally cannot tell which is up or down when the dress is torn apart like this. It's like missing a limb. Repeat that for all the pattern pieces except with the underbust, waist, and skirts where I added an on-fold label. Okay, so change of plans, like the rest of this project. It's going to freeze really bad by noon, so instead of going at the gym normally at this time, we are going to Joann's. And it's a really nice Joann's because it just opened up, and I heard it's bigger and nicer, so I'm excited. I probably should have wrote down what I exactly needed, but we'll figure it out. And hopefully we'll get back before the roads freeze over, so that'll be fun. Come along with me. I was right! This Joann's is amazing despite it being negative 2 degrees outside. It's my favorite place on the planet, mainly because of autism. Like, I mean, I love to feel the fabrics, is what I'm saying. It's time to dye this fabric that I've been just dying to dye. Here's all the stuff you need. Here's a list. Memorize it. The recipe calls for 3 gallons of hot water, so we are using the biggest pot in the hottest possible boiling water.
2 hours later.
Is this still cooking? Oh, whatever. Let me just make a sandwich real quick. This footage is not sped up, by the way. I'm just that hungry. With a quick little devouring session, it was right back to lap cat until it finally finishes boiling. Oh, hey, it's done boiling. Cool. Okay, what a doozy. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm just here. Pay no mind to the bangs because I wanted to cut them and I didn't feel like scheduling a hair appointment in the middle of the holiday season. So here we are. You're supposed to have hot water and you pour some dish soap and a cup of salt for some reason. I don't know what that has to do with dyeing, making the dye better, but it does. For every pound of dry fabric, use half a bottle. How many pounds would you think this is? I think we just wet it. Oh my gosh. Oh, I completely forgot. And I forgot gloves. Hold on. We are doing a teal colored dye. I thought his jacket was teal, but it's more of a greenish teal. I cannot physically hold the fabric for too long because it's so hot. Oh, why did I think of this? Okay, so we got the dish soap in there. We're gonna do some salt. It says a cup of salt. That's quite a lot. I think that's enough, so we're just gonna get it in there. 4 ounces. Oh man, how many ounces is in a cup? Okay, so it's about there. It looks like chocolate milk, except if it was blue. But I really shouldn't drink it, honestly. Oh yeah, that's very blue. Look at that. Very blue. I told you guys this is a cooking show. Oh my gosh. I probably should have done like more of a plastic tub. Gosh, I need a stick. How's it going? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, look. All right, we're getting something here. That's exciting. You know, this brings me back to the old days of C's costumes. You're just there with me on the adventure. Because I don't know what I'm doing, and you don't know what I'm doing. So we're just kind of in there, all in this together. But I'm just going to continue stirring. I'm probably going to cut the video so I'm not using all my space. But all you need to know is I'm going to be stirring this for the next 20 minutes.
Objection!
Actually, I ended up continuously stirring for 30 minutes each piece because the color wasn't quite as vibrant as I'd hoped. I hung them up in my bathroom, hoping for the best, but the next morning I woke to a horrific shade of light blue. Dunce. Clown. I'm a clown. So I had to go back to the store, get a synthetic fabric dye in a deeper green color, which means I had to go to do the entire process all over again. Yay! Material haul. For the lining and inner half circle skirts, we'll be using this lovely black material. Nothing too flashy, but something that will look nice on its own. Our next contestant goes by the name of Please God, Why Did I Decide to Do This? AKA the NASCAR curtains with a slightly green tint. Trust me, it looks way more green in real life. Oh, and we have this gorgeous lace that I found at the store that has 3 layers. Oh mama, I'm drooling. Here's the thread. Yes, I know it's the wrong shade and the white one isn't even the correct type of thread. Lastly, you'll need interfacing for the bust area and a super long zipper. Black skirts are super simple. The pattern piece makes 1/4 of the skirt, so pin it to the fold and trace it all out. Don't worry, I already had seam allowance, leave me alone. Honestly, using a pizza cutter would have been more effective. I can't get a single solid cut without having the force of 1,000 suns. Trust me guys, it's really easy, okay? For the second skirt, it's the same thing except you're going to crop about 4 inches off the curved edge. Do not go through the hassle of cutting it first, just find the pattern edge and go from there. It doesn't look like much, but oh my god, guys, look, it's so pretty, it's gorgeous, I can't breathe, look!
どれだけ必死でも所詮この程度だもの気の毒になってくる。
Where am I? Oh yeah. For For the rest of these pattern pieces, I am following the shapes with a chalk pencil. I'm also adding a 1/2 inch seam allowance with little triangles carved into the spaces where the triangles go. They come in real handy later. I'm doing this with every single pattern piece. Also, not to mention the arrows on the bust pieces. Without these, I could not tell the difference between up or down. Remember the triangle carvings? Yeah, those didn't really come in handy. Underbust is on the fold. I combined the 2 under thingies to make a more solid foundation for the waist attachment. I probably should have made the piece a little thicker and less pointy though. When you get to the seam allowance, it kind of just awkwardly tapers off, and it's really fun to figure out how to sew it on. Good luck to you, sir. Godspeed. There isn't supposed to be a dip in the middle there, and I remember getting so mad that I moved on to the next pattern piece and didn't worry about it. Waist is also on the fold, but don't make 4. The bralette tutorial says to make 4, but they're incorrect. It's called the waist and lower back pieces that happen to take place in the waist area. Get it right. The 2 triangles on the top there mark where the strap is going to be. Oh, the upper back, the bane of my existence. You'll see why later when I'm trying to figure out the twisted anatomy I call my upper back. That is not a joke, it's a real thing I have. My ribs are crooked. And with that, we are finished with the black and in with the orange, or green, sorry.